Good evening, and thank you for joining us for this holiday edition news. The Slovak Legion parking lot was packed today as residents participated in a local Good Friday tradition. The Hill City Kinsman annual Easter egg hunt was a huge success, drawing in hundreds of kids who wanted to fill their baskets with the thousands of chocolate-filled eggs on site. Jessica Clement reports.
With over 13,000 colorful chocolate-filled eggs up for grabs this year, hundreds of families made their way to the Slovak Legion's parking lot to participate in the annual Hill City Kinsman Easter egg hunt.
2, 1, go!
Smiles could be seen on the faces of the hundreds of children scrambling to get as many eggs as they could. Along with getting chocolate, some special eggs had vouchers for other prizes, including a brand new bike. And knowing what was on the line, some kids had come up with a plan of attack to fill up their baskets as fast as possible.
I have two strategies. Go straight for the middle on big piles and just try to hide some underneath and grab as much as you can with both your hands.
Mine was just to maybe jump on them and then grab them, but mostly just picking them up fast.
I spread out my bag very, very long, about this wide, and then I would lay down. I would go onto my knees and then I would just swoop them up.
The egg hunt has become an annual Good Friday tradition that brings out residents from all over Thunder Bay. We asked some young egg hunters what they enjoyed most about the event.
Collecting eggs with my friends and family.
Getting chocolate.
Having fun.
Cracking open the eggs.
Pretty fun.
It's pretty cool, but there's a lot of people are just rushing for so much eggs.
This was probably my favorite Easter event because of the big hill. I could jump off of it, and today was probably the funnest day of my life.
Co-chair Chris Holland notes this is the first event he's attended as the chair. He says he didn't expect the event to be as crazy as it was, but he was happy families had fun.
It's amazing. I mean, the support, you put it out there and you don't know how many people are going to show up, but they were here 10 o'clock this morning waiting for 11 o'clock start time, so it was good to see everybody out with their kids, and the weather was phenomenal, so it was awesome.
Holland adds this event wouldn't even be possible without the help from the over 40 volunteers.
It's crucial. I mean, we have the Kinsman is a smaller group now. It's shrunk over the years, but we have family members of Kinsman members. We also have local groups that want to support us. So we also have the Kinets that come out and help as well. So without volunteers, definitely this would not happen.
Jessica Clement, TVT News.
History has been made in Thunder Bay as the first saltwater ship, or Salty, of the season made its way to the port yesterday. It is officially the earliest a saltwater ship has arrived to the city, beating the previous holder from 2006 by 2 days, and was celebrated Thursday with a top hat ceremony. The Federal Franklin arrived in port yesterday and has been loading up with potash before making its way to Brazil. Captain Rohit Khosla was honored to have been the first saltwater ship in the city and was showered with gifts from city officials and, of course, the ceremonial top hat for the first ship of its kind of the season. He says he's been to Thunder Bay many times, but this one was extra special.
This time of the year, no, it's been the first. And I was expecting, to be very frank, it's going to be very cold with lots of ice. Yeah. But I'm very fortunate that God has been very kind, and we had a warm transit, I would say, as compared to what we would have expected out to be.
It's exciting to see that the Salties are coming in and out of the port as well as the Lakers, and it's particularly exciting that it's happened this quick from the start of the shipping season.
The Franklin will stay in Thunder Bay over the next couple of days before beginning her voyage to South America. 2023 was a very successful year for mechanical contractors in Thunder Bay. The stats show there was a 45% increase in workforce hours. The surge in industrial activity reflects both the demand for unionized skilled trades as well as the growth of the region's booming mining sector. Nev Van Pelt reports.
This significant increase in workforce hours over the past year for mechanical contractors is not only having a positive impact on the trades industry, but also boosting the economic outlook for industrial and institutional projects in our region. The Northwest boasts 3 major producers of lithium, So if this sector were to kick off like they believe it could, it would provide many years' worth of work for skilled professionals in the region. President of Thunder Bay's Mechanical Contractors Association, John Jursic, spoke about the economic impact this work could have on the city.
Well, I mean, if we get a lithium processor built in Thunder Bay, it'll be a huge impact for all of the businesses in Thunder Bay. I mean, the contractors are one, but it's the supplier, it's supply chain. People coming in from out of town, there'll be hotels, restaurants. That's a huge uptick for everybody in Thunder Bay if those projects happen. Some of the projects that are happening out of town do the same for smaller communities.
The billion-dollar Greenstone Gold Mine project is the biggest factor for the boost in hours in 2023, but other projects like the correctional facility, as well as the ongoing maintenance in the area, aided the increase in hours as well. Jursic explained that the demand for all of this work has not only resulted in more hours for current employees, but also created more opportunities for new trades workers across various sectors.
We've been hiring, and through Local 628, the Plumbers and Pipefitters Hall here in Thunder Bay, we've been bringing in new apprentices, bringing in new members from non-union positions. Some of the area had some trades that were dispersed from AV Terrace Bay. They signed up as well. So a little bit of both.
Jursic says the work in the area is not going to slow down and that there is a bright future in lithium and other types of mining. The Union Local currently has around 320 active members and usually maintains itself. But with the unwavering demand for this type of work, there will be many job opportunities for skilled tradespeople in northwestern Ontario. It's expected the hours should remain in a consistent uptick and be above average again this year. Nev Van Pelt, TBT News.
At Queen's Park this week, MPP Saul Mamakwa says the new provincial budget released by the Ford government on Tuesday doesn't contain any specific references to addressing the doctor shortages in his riding. The NDP member for Kiiwetinoong did not get the answer he was looking for from Health Minister Sylvia Jones.
But Speaker, hospitals across northwestern Ontario are struggling to retain surgeons. Patients in Sulico will be sent further away from home for surgeries that they need. Again, Speaker, what page in the 2024 budget addresses the crisis?
Specifically as it relates to this week's budget, which was an incredible endorsement of the investments that we have already made and will continue to make. We have, specifically to Indigenous and Northern communities, supports of $94 million over the next 3 years. We are making the investment, Speaker. I hope the member opposite will continue to advocate, but I also hope that they will acknowledge the investments that we are making in Northern Ontario and across Ontario. Thank you.
The Thunder Bay Chamber of Commerce has officially announced the return of SHIFT, the city's young professionals network. They recently hosted an event to celebrate the relaunch and the beginning of SHIFT's new chapter. SHIFT is an initiative of the Chamber of Commerce that strives to bring the under 40 demographic together to grow both professionally and personally. It's a diverse group of individuals who represent many different professions and backgrounds. The newly appointed volunteer task force is set to host a variety of development activities to provide young professionals with the chance to connect and build meaningful relationships with their own demographic.
We're trying to do 3 different things. We're trying to socialize, mobilize, and realize kind of our, not only the individual potential, but also kind of the group's potential. And we're hoping to achieve some really cool things for the younger generation's business community and for those young professionals.
So developing your contacts and your network is so important to the development in your career, right? And so making those connections, and especially connections with people who are at the same level of career development as you are, can be really helpful because you can sort of lean on each other, you can help to, inspire each other, and then also get involved in community activities.
To get involved with SHIFT, you can find updates for upcoming events on their website or social media channels. It's been a great Friday for a man from Blind River, who is now more than $1 million richer, courtesy of the Regional Hospitals Foundation 50/50 draw. John Cada received the life-changing call this morning from CEO Glenn Craig.
Well, we did our grand prize draw earlier today, and you won the March 50/50.
No way. Really?
So do you have any idea what the pot is?
I think I saw it at something at about 1.5.
Well, I'm going to disappoint you because it's at about 1.74.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
So just shy of $1.75 million.
That is amazing.
So you are now a millionaire.
Oh my gosh. Wow. That's incredible.
John says he had friends and family in and out of the hospital over the years, so the Thunder Bay 50-50 was an easy one to support. March's draw was the biggest prize outside of the Christmas draw, and to date, over $37 million have been awarded to winners from across Ontario. Tickets for next month's 50-50 are on sale now, with the draw date set for April 26th. And we're now joined by sports anchor Josh Morano. And Josh, it was Game 3 for the North Stars in the playoffs.
Yes, finally. The weather obviously kicking back their games a lot too. The Walleye getting pushed back as well. But the North Stars finally going to get into that action. 2-0 series lead. They're really looking to close it out. We'll have the highlights on if they did or not when we come back.